How's it going, everyone? This is Kevin. Today I want to bring along with me to show you some behind the scenes of shooting my post-trip depression mockumentary style. So let's jump right into it. So I'm just kind of gearing up and getting everything set up. So I'm going to be using my light over here. I'm going to take it downstairs as well as my trusty dandy tripod. But one of the main things that I want to try to convey is make it like if it was a real, documentary style. It's to test out myself and my skills, if you will, to see how well I can get one in the comfort of my own home and just see what I can set up. So I'm gonna go try to get that all set up and then eventually change and try to do all the, videoing of it and piece it all together. By now you have already seen it because this is the later video of, the behind the scenes and all that stuff and how I did it. So from that, we're just gonna get ready. So my goal is to use the background right here with the lights and kind of just figure out something with this is to add more depth. So basically I'm going to be sitting right here in this area. I'm going to set up one of the chairs and then try to mess with the lighting just to see how it'll go. I have the window light a little bit, but also this light to just kind of motivate it a little bit more. And I'm going to see how well it looks and see if it plays the part that I want it to, or if it's going to take too much light, and see if I need to add some filler lights from this side. Because I do have a second light that I can do a little bit kind of bounced off the wall over there, but we'll figure that out here shortly. So now my goal is to be able to use two camera setups. So right now I'm filming with the A7 IV, but my Sony A7S III is going to be the main camera, kind of like ahead, straight ahead. And then this one will be kind of like a second camera, just to add a little bit of, multi-camera style for different parts of the mockumentary, if you will. So for now, I'll keep using it, but in a bit, I'll probably switch to either my Fujifilm. I've never vlogged with it kind of style, so we'll see how that goes. And I also have my GoPro for another behind the scenes kind of camera. So, but for now, we're gonna test this out to see how it's setting up. And then once we're closer to setting up both cameras, well, you'll see the difference, I guess. So my main thing was to try out the 35-150 with a Sony A7S III as the main key camera, shooting straight forward because I wanted to shoot at 35 with an f2 to kind of get that good bokeh with the separation of the background and kind of just added a little bit more cinematic feel, kind of like a documentary style that I feel like would be cool. So this is what the footage looked like. And I just wanted to add a little bit of an ND filter just to see if I could darken out the back a little bit more and maybe just play around with the settings a little bit further to see if I liked it better and just see what came to work with what I was trying to accomplish with that. So far it's looking fine, but I think I'm going to put the wider lens onto the A7S III right here just to maybe shoot at a 24 because the 35 seems too close. But for the B cam, which would be the A7 IV, I'll use the 35-150 just to get a little bit closer up, maybe at a 50mm, just to have a little bit more kind of profile style. But that's my, process right now. So we're gonna go from there and then see what I can do and change it up and see what makes sense. So I'm actually using now the 28-75 that I forgot I totally own. But so now I can show you a little bit more how it'll look with the, using this one a little bit of a wider and just see how I like it. I might shoot it at 24 and kind of go from there. So maybe it'll work out how I hopefully think it will. Just add a little bit more dynamic to the background for me, not make it too up close and personal unless I want to do the 35 and just move the tripod over. But we'll go from here. So after setting up the 17-28, I just kind of started messing around with a little bit of the focal length and just seeing what I would like best. I didn't want to go too wide, but also didn't want to be too up close. So I kind of started fiddling with it just to see how it would look and decided to keep it around the 24mm range to see if that would work best. So now I think I got what I wanted, but now I'm going to maybe close the blinds a little bit more just to add a little bit less light from the background, just to make it a little bit darker and have the lights that I'm trying to motivate to make it a little bit more separating than it's just like all bright in here. So we'll see if that works out. So we got our main key light ready to our spot. I'm not gonna be adding another light just yet because I think with enough light from the outside, it's just bouncing off enough in here that it just makes sense to not do it for now. But I'm gonna set up this B cam over here and see how well it does and go from there so that we can get ready for, you know, filming completely and getting basically the main A-roll of the whole mockumentary and then sprinkle across more like the B-roll footage that I got while being in New York. So we'll go from there. This is a setup with the 35-150 Tamron as the B cam with the Sony A7 IV to see how the side angle that I wanted to achieve would look like. I wanted to just have a little bit more up closer, so I just wanted to go ahead and then test out as well at 50mm at f2.2 just to see if it would look better. And to me, this looked a lot just better overall, more just up in your face, but in a good way. So I decided to go more with this route. So now I'm filming with the Fuji just because this is going to be my behind the scenes kind of camera to do a little bit more of, you know, the talking of the behind the scenes and showcasing how I'm filming everything. And I think we have everything set up fairly well that I am content with it all to start actually filming. I think we're ready for that. My main thing has just been using my Amaran 200X as the main key light, having just like the lights that we have inside our, you know, living room to do a little bit more filler lights and took away some of the lights from outside. We have those curtains that are more like diffuser lights, which is kind of nice. So that's the only thing that I will, I guess, use as extra, but it's a fairly simple setup because I want to try to do as much minimum as I can to make it like a mockumentary kind of style, just to see what can I get away with doing minimal style. For me, something like that has been really cool to think about. So I've been wanting to do this for a little while and test myself. But now we're gonna go change into the outfit that we're gonna use for the mockumentary and then start filming and showing you the behind the scenes and then seeing how it goes. All right, so now that I'm changed, I'm just gonna go ahead and start filming and seeing how it goes and then kind of do my talking points that I put some notes on my phone, so we'll go from there. So I'm all geared up and ready to start recording. What I usually do is try to use my phone with some key points that I want to cover, just in case I'm starting to get sidetracked. I can go back ahead and just get the notes that I wanted to make sure to cover the certain subjects of it, which is what helped me out to make my video a lot smoother and more organized. I'm also using the Senko lav microphones just to be able to capture the sound from a farther away situation, since I didn't want to kind of rig up any microphone too crazy like, and I think it turned out pretty great because I just put it underneath my shirt and taped it to myself just to get some crispy sound and a lot smoother, just for the ear to hear a lot nicer. But this is what it looks like. If you look above right there, you can see there's the microphone. We are done filming and showing you the behind the scenes when it comes down to my post-trip depression mockumentary style video, I guess. Hopefully it gives you a little bit of a glimpse of how I go about in filming these videos, since I did shoot it all by myself. I didn't want to have like a crew or anything like that. It's just something not that, I guess, heavy feeling into the filming of it. I want to challenge myself to do as much as I can by myself. Sometimes I do have the help of my awesome wife when it comes down to my videos, but for this one I just wanted to do it all myself, since it was a little bit more stationary when it came down to the, you know, headshots and everything, since we're going to use the B-roll from when we were in New York to showcase a little bit of things here and there of when we were there, and, you know, give you a little bit more of a glimpse into that. And as in regard for like the footage, I think it looked pretty great with my setup using the Sony A7S III and A7 IV. I mean, I can't go wrong with those. Those are really great. I'm still filming on the Fuji, by the way, but something that I haven't really done before, so excited to see how it turns out, and you'll know before me because you're already watching this. But yeah, turned out pretty great with those cameras with the Sony lines. I mean, using the 17-20A for the main, you know, key shot, if you will, the A-roll of at 24, and then I used my 35-150 as a more up closer shot, just because obviously the telephoto side of it, I shot it at 50mm. So if you want to do more of those specs, that's pretty much what it was. And then I used just one key light right here, my Amaran 200X, just because it has just a potent power that I needed for it, and use a lot of like the window lighting as well. So I thought it was pretty great for a, you know, mockumentary style that I've never really done. So I thought it'd be cool to challenge myself with that. Over time, I'll get better and better. So just keep practicing. That's what I try to tell everybody to do. And then you'll be seeing your results as well. So appreciate you watching these videos and interacting, leaving your comments down below of what you thought. Always helps out because I really love and genuinely enjoy this platform to talk with you guys a lot. Even the haters sometimes, you know, you gotta just do what you gotta do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you learned something with me today. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.